Hi everyone, that was a hook, and so is this. Today I'm going to show you how using simple story structure can help you create more engaging content, script better YouTube videos, and hook an audience in and keep them there. So whatever content you create on whatever platform, this might just help you make it more engaging, and all in 10 minutes. Fantastic! Hi everyone, my name's Simon, this is Better Creating, where I'm trying to simplify creative life through productivity and creativity tips. Now look, I might be quite new to this YouTube game, but I've been working in theatre and film, telling stories for a living since YouTube began, and it all comes down to a couple of things: telling great stories and adding value to people's lives, in my opinion. And that's exactly what I'm going to try and help you do right now with whatever it is you're creating. No one ever really broke down story structure for me, so today I want to do that for you guys simply and quickly so that you can apply it to hook an audience in, maintain their engagement, deepen their engagement with your content, and leave them wanting more when they leave. So if you're looking for a formula or a structure to better engage an audience, those few things are what I want to talk to you about, and how screenwriting can directly inform the way you create online content and YouTube videos. First, we're going to look at the classic 3-act structure and show you how to apply it. It's what every Netflix drama ever watched probably follows, and it's pretty much every Casey Neistat vlog follows that structure. Then we're going to talk about that structure, and we're going to look at 1, how to hook an audience in the beginning. Number 2, how to maintain and deepen that engagement, the middle. And number 3, we're going to look at how to end something, how to give people a payoff, leave them on a cliffhanger, call them to action, and get them coming back again and again. That is the focus of this video. Let's do it. The 3-act story structure is brilliant because it helps us tap into those expectations and kind of learned understanding of story that an audience has, and it's a brilliant way to make them feel at home and comfortable and lead them through something that is going to engage them. It's tried and tested. So the simple 3-act structure is as simple as this. Act 1, put a person up a tree. Act 2, throw rocks at them. Act 3, get them down again. So whether they fall and hurt themselves, tragedy, or get down positively and succeed, comedy, is up to you, but that is the 3-act structure. So Act 1 is simply to hook people in. Oh no, I'm up a tree, problem. That's the setup. Then we want to confront the problem, the 2nd act. So this is where we put the meat of our content in a YouTube video. It's where we add value, it's where we solve problems, it's where we go on a journey with the audience to solve something. We find obstacles we have to overcome that raises the stakes. We have solutions, and the character learns things. Yeah, they battle their way through that process and find a way out the other end. To Act 3, resolution. Resolution is the payoff. It's where we go, aha, a solution. We understand what we need to do. We've solved it. We get that result. Now in a series, the other thing to consider in the 3rd act is the question mark on the end, or the cliffhanger. How many times have you watched something like Breaking Bad and been left absolutely needing to click that button again and watch the next episode? That idea of leaving a question mark or a promise of something more is also a kind of classic part of a series-based 3-act structure, and that is something that I really recommend you putting into the end of your video. Let's now break down each stage and how you can use some of these simple tricks, simple ideas to really hone your videos practically. Hooks and hot intros. So since YouTube or blogs or vlogs or whatever it is that you create are short form, this always needs to be fast. So keep your intro super short. I'm really bad at this and I've been working on it. Hopefully it was better in this video. Let me know if you think it is, if you've been watching before. This is a way to jump quickly into the meat of your content. That is where the real value offer is for an audience. And people only watch these videos really to get value, to be entertained, to learn something, to improve their lives in some way. They want the content, that's what they've come for. Give the audience what they want. It's not necessarily the right time to talk about yourself, why people should subscribe, ask them to like, all of that stuff at the beginning, because they've not watched the content, they've come for the content. Again, I'm really bad at this, and do subscribe by the way. Now a hot intro is essentially a hook an outcome, and a testimonial. Now, this is a great idea I picked up from watching someone else's YouTube video. They're wonderful, check them out. I'll try and link them below. But the hook is a really important thing. It's that thing that makes you want more. Remember that book, or remember that comment of "this is what I'm offering"? Today I'm going to show you how using simple story structure can help you create more engaging content, script better YouTube videos, and hook an audience in and keep them there. Find something that asks that question to an audience. The outcome is about saying this is what you're going to get from it. We want to establish expectations of an audience and deliver them. So I've said at the start of this video, I'm going to give you practical tools to structure and focus your videos. And testimonial, my testimonial at the start of this video was to say I've been professionally telling stories and making theatre and film projects for 15 years. And hopefully that experience can inform how you make online content. Why to trust me, essentially. So think about that. How can you simply and quickly help people trust you as an authority in some way? There's always a way to do it. But most importantly, let them know what the outcomes are and hook them in. Act 2 is where the meat of your content should sit, and this is where you confront problems, face obstacles, and overcome those obstacles. And journeying with a character is key in Act 2. This is what people like Shakespeare, you may have heard of him, do all the time. They engage the audience, they ask them questions, they talk to them, they say, "Help me." And that is what a good engagement with story is always about. It's about implicating and enlisting and asking an audience to delve into the world more deeply with you. Now we can do that by asking simple questions, saying, for example, right now, if you're finding value from this, guys, just put a little comment in the comment below going, "Yes!" exclamation mark. I'd love to see it. Now that has a couple of functions. Not only does it start a dialogue, makes you feel like you're part of the process, but it also gets you past that first step of actually speaking up and responding. Just like great Shakespeare plays, when a character does a soliloquy and asks a question and an audience responds, you know that actor's doing their job right. Okay, so yeah, say yes in the comments. Let me show you a simple set of 7 questions that helps you define the focus of a video. I use this to develop plays and to develop character studies in productions. I think it can be incredibly valuable for this. This story developer is essentially what screenwriters use to develop clarity about their story and what happens. Try using these questions to define and understand the key issues and ideas at the heart of the content you're creating. The first stage is to ask, who is the character? Usually in my videos it's me. And what do they want? To be more productive or effectively creative, I guess. Why can't they get what they want? What are the obstacles? What's in front of them? Those become the problems we try and solve. And then of course there's what's at stake. What will happen if we fail and we don't achieve what we want? This adds drama to what we're doing. Who or what will help them? Well, in this case, it might be story structure, some of these ideas to make you have better videos. How do you get what you want? You try these things out, etc., etc. Here are the solutions. And finally, how are they going to transform by the end? So this allows us to clarify what's changed, where have we gone at the beginning to the end of a video, and it shows progression, and that is where the drama comes. So, you know, who and what, that might be our setup in Act 1. The section for Act 2 we want to think about is most useful here are these questions. This is where we really find clarity and depth. So here are a couple of tips on how to end videos. This is about resolution and payoff. Try to recap what you've covered simply and effectively to land that payoff for an audience. Resolution. Hopefully this will help you even slightly transform how you create and focus and structure your content to deepen your relationship with your audience. Number 2, a really key idea is try not to let audiences know when your video is ending. Look back at what content you're creating, whatever content you're creating, look back at the endings and go, when do I actually signal that I'm finishing? If you can avoid that, do that. So I've been doing this, I'm trying to work on this a bit more. Titles that say it's over or saying things like I finished, that's it, too early, people will switch off. So you can do things like continue talking and suspending the challenge of an idea right to the end of the video over those end cards. And again, thinking about how you can offer cliffhangers. What can you do to help people think about what's coming next? So it might be to suggest if you've planned your video process, what you're actually going to do in your next video, if you can be ahead of the game and keep an audience wanting more. Coming up next on this channel, I'm going to be looking at creating a searchable notes system, a kind of notebook in Notion, an automated notebook that actually allows you to organize your thinking and your creative thought in one place so that you can organize and see it more effectively. Think about the call to action at the end. Because this is a series, we want to talk, this is where we can say, if you found value, hit a like button or whatever else it is, but it might also be to actually, again, say, send people somewhere else, go check this video out, etc., etc. This is mine. Let me know in the comments below what of this is resonating with you, and let us know any other tips and tricks that you're using to make your content more engaging for audiences. This is about a community better creating, and I really love those comments below to be that dialogue. If you're not subscribed as well, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's free, just means my videos pop up in your feed. And also, there's a couple of videos over here you might be interested in, particularly the one on generating, selecting, and articulating content using Notion. It's a kind of content creation process. Seriously, I'm a bit in love with Notion at the moment. I'm making quite a lot of videos on it. That's it really. Look, see, I've said that's it, you're gonna leave now. But before you do, I guess the other thing to say is don't let them know when it's over.